Good afternoon. My name is Fred Telling. I've got the honor and pleasure of being the chairman and the CEO for the National Championship Air Races. We're in the process of moving from Reno, Nevada to Roswell, New Mexico. After 60 years at one home, it's an incredibly challenging task, and it would be remiss of me if I didn't kick off today's conversation just by saying how deeply appreciative we are of all of the race classes that are participating in making this transition happen, all of the volunteers, our small staff, our department leads. It takes over 1,000 people to make this event happen, and we are enormously impressed by everybody's continued dedication to seeing this successful transition. We picked Roswell, New Mexico in part because it appears to be, of all the available locations that bid, to be the best and safest place for us to conduct racing now and into the future. It's an old SAC base. It was a World War II bomber base training, and then it became a SAC base, decommissioned, I believe, 1967, much like Stead, which was decommissioned in 1966. As a consequence, it's got two runways that are still active. One's 10,000 feet. The other's 13,000 feet. So compared to even Stead, it's got longer runways and very large facilities. The people of Roswell, the leadership, the mayor, the head of the Economic Development Group, have been from the beginning the town's most significant boosters. But early on, one of the things they said to us, which was very important, is that it's not just the city of Roswell. It's southeastern New Mexico that really will be hosting this event. Because Roswell is much smaller than Reno, and there are challenges. There's no doubt about it. There are challenges in hotel space and everything else. But the point of the matter is they have Artesia to the south, Ruidoso to the north, Carlsbad further down to the south, with the famous Carlsbad Caverns. And the reality is there's an enormous amount to see and do in the area. We welcome everybody. Indeed, New Mexico tourism is one of our biggest boosters as we are in the process of doing this transition. So we're hoping that every one of you who've been such loyal fans can stay with us, join us. We think it's the best place to race, the place which will have the greatest longevity well into the future. And with many of the facilities that we have, we're able to do things we couldn't do at Stead. There are over 400 GA parking spaces. They're already available with tie-downs for people to fly in. There's going to be significantly greater RV camping. Initially, much of it will be dry, but within a year or two, we hope to have some initially in the first year that'll have wet, i.e. power and water. Over time, we expect to expand that to over 400, but in the beginning, it may be lucky if we get up to 50 or 60 that are wet, and the vast majority will be dry. We have parking for thousands of thousands. The airport is owned by the city, and so all of our relations and work has been with the city. And the county and the state of New Mexico have so far been tremendous partners. When we finally made the decision to go to Roswell, one of the first things I did was call the other lead up, and I didn't say congratulations on behalf of the National Championship Air Races. My first words out of my mouth were, "Congratulations, partner." He says, "Can you say that again?" I said, "Congratulations, partner." I said, because we know we've got a tough row to hoe, but I think if we work on it together, we'll be able to do it. And we are so excited. I've met with the leadership, including the governor in Santa Fe. I've never had that opportunity in Nevada over the years. And everybody from the town to the county to the state is deeply committed to making this success happen. So we'll have the place, the facilities, we have the new grandstands in development, the engineering drawings are done. They'll be much like our grandstands we had at Stead, and we'll have box seating and everything else the way it was. But most importantly, we'll have better than a third more space for the event itself. Some 77 acres that'll be chip sealed and available for operations. We'll have larger pit areas for the crews. We'll have more hangar space for the Formula One and the biplanes and the sport aircraft that would like hangar space. So we'll be able to accommodate the racers, many of them better than we were able to do instead for many of these years. But we recognize that we're asking a lot of you. We're asking a lot of you to come to a new location, explore it, and we're going to try to make it as easy as possible. We're designing a new website that should be up soon with links and access to the hotels in the various towns around the area. And we hope that'll make it possible for you to find cars, hotel space, lodging. We hope, honestly, that many of you have RVs. Bring them, please. Because the one thing I can assure you is we'll have RV space, and I think I want to take a page out of two of my favorite groups that I'd like to honor and recognize, Sun and Fun and EAA. You know, I'm with Warbirds in EAA, and every year when I'm there, I'm able to rent an RV. In the morning you get up, you can go to the showers. I don't know if we'll have showers right away in the first year, but we'll have catering out there for people who, like me, need that morning cup of coffee and just love the fact that you can be on an airfield early in the morning, watching the sunrise, staring at planes that you often fly and love. That's the romance. That's the bond of people that have brought us this far, this long. And we hope so much of you, our September family, will be back with us. We know it will be different. There is no question. We've been spoiled, frankly. The level and quality of accommodations in Reno have been fabulous. And in fact, this will be a big change. But at the end of the day, as Paul Poveresny used to say, we come for the airplanes, but we come back for the people. And that's what keeps aviation embodied in all of our hearts and minds. The September family, you've been such a critical component of our success, and you are the reason we do what we do. As I've often said, and I was trained to say it early on when I was a racer myself, the Reno Air Racing Association builds the facilities. We provide the sandbox, but the classes provide the racers, the training, the pilots, the excitement, and the fans are what we all do, everything we do, so that we can do it for you. Because without you, there's no reason for us to go on. And we hope and we believe that in all honesty, your passion for our being able to continue the life of the fastest motorsport in America, with a history that we hope will go on well past me. I don't know what they'll be racing in 30 or 40 years, but I'm sure as much as Americans and our Europeans, because we have some racers from overseas, as they well know, racing's in our blood, competition's in our blood, making things better, testing ourselves against other competitors who are equally committed and equally skilled. That's what makes it all exciting. And here you get a chance to meet with people that you only get to see each year. For the racers, they come back to meet with their fellow pilots. For all of us, we get to gather in a place and share a common love of a common passion. And that's what aviation's all about in my book. As I said in the beginning, I've been honored and pleased to be able to lead this organization. I never thought that it would be as long, and I never thought I'd have this challenge. But the reality is, they say you're only challenged by what you can handle. Now, there are times, if that's true, I think people have more faith in me than I might, but the reality is, I love that I'm sitting in this chair, and I love that I have the people and the partners and the staff that have participated so long to see this event well into the future. With our new home in Roswell, we believe that we can keep the National Championship Air Races alive well into the future. And we do it for you, and we look forward to your joining us September 10th through 14th of 2025. So reach out, be with us, come share with us, and we hope to see you. And don't forget, you know, I am one of these people that still believes in Santa Claus at my age. And we're on the verge of Christmas, only 14, 15 days away. And so I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, and a prayer that we all have a happier New Year and that we all get together again September of next year. Events are moving fast. We'll keep you informed. But thank you for letting me share a little bit of my excitement about what's going on right now as we're trying to move the National Championship Air Races from Reno, Nevada, our proud home for so long, to our new home, our new partners in Roswell, New Mexico. Thank you. Come join us. Merry Christmas.